Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oakley dokley, I caved and I thought, oh, I'll just, see if the orange idiot is on having a yap. Lasted barely 15, 17 minutes, if that. Oh my goodness. And struggling to breathe. Now, what I did, it's still going because the journalists are trying to plump it out a bit. I just put it on 1.5 speed because I really can't be bothered listening to him. I just wanted to see what he had to say. Yapping off a teleprompter, talking about the bigger list and never seen before, and tripping over his words, slurring. You can hear him trying to suck in air. Boy, oh boy, what? And as I split the deck, this one was on the bottom. So this is the, holding the speaking stick. The whatever it was, this address to the nation. He is going down so quickly, so quickly. Okay, using the Golden Universal Tarot. I actually wanted to have a look in this particular reading. Nutlick. Nutlick seems to be missing in action lately. Ever since Iran said, "Yeah, we're nah, don't want him, not interested," etc. Oh, if you like the artwork, this is a Mitch Revs, Revs. Really, it's a bit hard to see there, but you go online, have a look at his work, and yeah, it can be ordered and sent overseas. This is not an original, but it is a limited edition print. Okay, so what do I want to have a look at? Well, I wanted to have a look at Nutlick, but where we've got here, the rest of the world are looking at other options, making other plans, and things are coming together really. It's a harsh truth. Things are moving really quickly. I'm really hoping this isn't a boots on the ground, because I gather more aircraft have been sent to the Middle East from the US that are supposedly in. I haven't watched his full yet, by the way. I've only watched the first, probably 5 minutes of it. It's just that he was really, really struggling to breathe. So I wanted to have a look. Okay. I'm not going to have a look at his health. His health is atrocious. If you want to know how far he's descended, just look up the how he sounded and stood, etc. At the 2 months ago at the meeting with the oil execs in the White House. The actual decay in him is so incredibly obvious just using that particular those two videos over those 2 months for comparison. Now, apparently there is one of my gorgeous viewers emailed me about a reader, I believe, over in the UK, who has predicted for quite a while now and multiple times that the orange twerp would be involved in some mid-air incident. I keep getting that he will have a public collapse. So I'm wondering if on Air Force One, because we know that flying is not good for him, on Air Force One, you know how he likes to stand in the doorway and talk to the media, whether he'll have an incident there. Let's have a snoopy. So, is this public collapse we're going to see? Is this public collapse that we're going to see? Is it going to take place on Air Force One? And then I'll have a look at Nutlick. Let's have a look. Come on down. Do, 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 do. Right. Two of Swords. Blindfolded. Swords mean air. Two lungs. Struggling to get the air in, perhaps. And yes. Yep. We've got the Sun card. Yeah, his health gone, out. Five of Pentacles on the bottom. In the past, heart vascular event, crowning the reading. King of Swords, no denying the truth. And we've then got the immediate future thereafter. Which way do we go forward now? There's the infighting, Rubio versus Vance versus Miller versus whoever else is thinking that they want the top dog position. A harsh truth coming forward, rash actions, but this could also be it's happening really soon with the Knight of Swords. We've then got the Page of Swords and the hopes and fears. Eight of Swords, the restriction. We know the trap is tightening. He fled the Scrotus hearing because it wasn't going his way. There was a Bush-appointed federal judge that ruled that he wasn't covered by presidential immunity in regards to the January the 6th insurrection and the inciting of violence because it was not a presidential act. We've now got the Jack Smith cannon incident ramping up. We've got Epps ramping up. We've got this incursion not going his way in the Middle East. The rest of the world is doing without him. And his health is in a downward spiral. Nightmare situation. And then information is bought out. We've then got, this is a lot of people because he's a Gemini say this is the orange twerp, but it's also those that are connected to him in regards to a false victory, finding themselves on the back foot, and we're going to end up in uncharted waters in regards to the steal, betrayal, lies, you name it. Justice, world, unexpected messaging coming forward. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. They'll try and keep it under cover for a while, but there's no keeping it secret. And then you've got the Hermit trying to find a path forward. So yeah, I would not be surprised if he something to do with his breathing, inability to breathe, passes out, collapses on Air Force One while he's standing in the, you know, how he stands there and, you know, hanging onto the door frame on Air Force One as if it makes him look powerful and no, it doesn't. Okay, now I want to have a look using the Golden Universal Tarot. A lot of those cards came out last reading actually when I was using the Smith-Waite in regards to the 30 countries or the countries negotiating direct with regards to the Strait. But let's have a look at Nutlick. Now, the last thing I can find in regards to Nutlick, a confrontation between a Dallas billionaire and Commerce Secretary Howard Nutlick at Silicon Valley Conference has exposed simmering tensions over an effort to secure financing for a sprawling campus of data centers powered by the private energy grid. Well, they can make their own effing power, is my attitude. If they want to use the electricity, they can create it, put in some renewable energy, and then they can create their own water storage as well. Okay, so Toby Newbayer, the CEO and co-founder of Fermi America, became loud and belligerent with Nutlick at the NVIDIA GTC conference in San Jose, California on Tuesday. Now, when I say Tuesday, this is 20th of the 3rd this was published. So we're talking about nearly 2 weeks that Nutlick hasn't been seen. As he raised the issue of investment from South Korea in the data project, according to witnesses, 2 others familiar with the dispute agreed with that characterization. All 3 were granted anonymity to discuss a sensitive issue. Neighsbauer, who had an established relationship with Nutlick and has done business with the secretary's son, disputes the description of the encounter as heated, but concedes he had a direct conversation with what he sees as Nutlick's interference in Fermi's planned felon advanced energy and intelligence campus. So, looks like Nutlick might be on the outer. Let's have a look. Nutlick. Let's have a look. Nutlick. Is he on the outer? I mean, first of all, Iran comes out and says, yeah, now talk to the hand. There's Nutlick on the outer. Come on down. These two fell out. So we've got, this one was first, sacrificed, challenged by, bruised and beaten up and back up against the wall, trying to hang on to his talking stick. There's the orange twerp. I think he's out of favour. The energy that it's stewing is Nutlick out of favour? I think he might be. The energy that this is stewing in is the orange idiot trying to hold on. In the past, we've got the working together and the dark money behind the scenes and the etc., and the plans, but it's in the past. And crowning this reading, we've got the be careful what you wish for if you think all your cups are lined up in a row. 9 of cups. So we've got 9 of wands and 9 of cups sitting here. I think he's on the outer. So 8 immediate future, 8 of wands, a lot of information coming out very quickly. That's probably going to be, I think he's on the outer. Negative for Nutlick. 4 of swords, being forced to retreat. And karma coming and biting him on the bum. With the this is a 10, it's the end of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. Hopes and fears, trying to keep a lid on the situation. You've got the Chariot. You've got the paid, bringing forward new information. And you've got those that feather their nests, those that live the life of luxury, facing justice. Lying, stealing, betrayal. Starlink with the star card. So we've got 7 of swords, Starlink, Russia, some sort of an announcement coming out of the White House with the 4 of wands and the 8 of swords. Wow, I think Nutlick's in a lot of trouble. 8 of swords, legally restricted. Okay, is the orange felon going to throw Nutlick under the bus for insanity? Secrets being revealed. Is the insanity of what's going on. The poor choices, the smoke and mirrors, with the 7 of cups and the 3 of wands, looking for other options, bringing together other options. Is the orange twerp, and if you want confirmation, the sun card. So not only the moon card and the sun card. My question is the orange twerp, now I know that's not conventional, that's how my guides like to read. They will show me cards while I'm shuffling if they want me to see them. The death card, ending, contracts and agreements, big wake-up call, Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords, a false declaration, and the gift from the past. Right, what I'm getting from this is that we know that what's happening in the Middle East is not working out for the orange twerp. We know, oh God, I put that back randomly and there it is again. Some false promise. And then we've got the death card. The abuse of power, the betrayal, the hidden agendas being revealed. This is also the Israel card, is not real card. We know that the orange twerp never takes responsibility for his actions. He's always got a fall guy. Is Nutlick, is the orange twerp going to throw Nutlick under the bus because of the failings in the Middle East? Because I can put pounds to peanuts bet that Nutlick promised the orange idiot that he would be able to hand Iran on the platter. Let's have a look. Is the orange idiot going to, out in the cold, tossed out, thrown out, discarded with the Five of Pentacles? There's Nutlick himself. I believe he is a water sign, so the challenge is Nutlick himself. Yeah, he's gone. He's going to be thrown out with yesterday's garbage. With yesterday's compost, Tower card. In the past, the Page of Swords. This is naive strategy in the past, crowning this reading, unexpected messaging coming forward page. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles in the immediate future. New lesson perhaps to be learnt, new opportunity. There's is not real, or this can be secrets coming out about financial dealings, betrayal, abuse. Yeah, I think, he's the fall guy. Hopes and fears, money trail. Yep, Seven of Swords, Ace, Page of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Those that benefited from it, the Queen of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, ending with the Ten of Pentacles, throwing under the bus with the Five of Wands and legal action. Yeah, I think there you've got the higher authorities, Hierophant, Fool off the cliff, the sacrifice on the back trying to defend himself. Yeah, I think Nutlick's going to get the blame. I think that's why we haven't heard from him. Wouldn't possibly be Kush. Push or cough. I think Nutlick's going to get the blame for. It was Kush and Cough doing the negotiations, but there's that card again. Why is Nutlick going to get the blame? Who's he? He's the Commerce Secretary. Why is Nutlick going to get the blame for what's happening in the Middle East? Because thank you. It's Kush and Cough that were the negotiators. Why is Nutlick going to get the blame? Why is he going to be sacrificed? Because they couldn't do Kush. Why is Nutlick going to get the blame? Come on down. Let's have a look. The plan not coming together, the inability to harvest, Queen of Swords, the isolation, and all too much, overreach, the chaos, on the back foot defending, the end of the billionaires, the legal action, back up against the wall, Ace of Swords, and the betrayal, the abuse. I do not know. I just know that Nutlick is in hiding because somehow he is going, and thank you for all those that were yelling down the screen that was cough, not lick, about it was cough, not lick in the Middle East. But he's been set up as a fall guy for what's happening. How bizarre. Is it because Nutlick somehow promised that it would all go, naivety of strategy, the fight, 8 of 2 8s, declaration of a victory, in regards to the Strait of Hormuz, 2 sixes, and a feeling of betrayal. There's that abuse card again. Oops. The 3 of Pentacles, and then the not liking what's on offer. I don't know how it's going to work out. Just know that Lick is going to get the blame, and the 7 of Swords, and the Devil, and the Lovers, those that tied themselves to this devil energy. Some sort of announcement coming out about big legal action. 7 of Cups. We're getting a lot of doubles. 2 8s, 2 6s, 2 7s, and a 7 here as well. Trying to keep the lid on something that karma's going to come bite them on the bum. Things are changing. 5 of Swords, 8 of Swords, 10 of Swords. I don't know how this is going to play out. Just watch this space. Well, not this space, but the Nutlick space. Somehow he's going to have it pinned on him that what this big failing is going to get pinned on him somehow. This is weird. Okay. Don't know why I was thinking Lick instead of Kov. If you're wondering who I'm talking about, Witkov, K-O-V was the original spelling of his surname. Comes from Russian background. Very recent Russian background. Yeah. Okay. Watch for Nutlick. Somehow he's going to be made the fall guy. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Chat. See you shortly. Bye-bye.